Hi and welcome to another free.volous episode. Yes, it's been a while, I'm sorry, but work got in the way and then George Floyd was murdered and the BLM movement got some more wind beneath their wings, and I just didn't feel it was appropriate for me to come over here and talk about makeup and skincare. And then I just lost my juju basically, and it's been hard because there's a lot of construction around here, so it's not peaceful to record. And I just couldn't be bothered. But now, today I'm here barefaced because I wanted to show you. I started to do some facial treatments in a clinic and I wanted to share my experience with you. And this is not sponsored. I'm not an influencer. So rest assured, I didn't have any privileges. I paid the treatment with my own money. And basically I've been following this clinic. It's called Skin Life Beauty Clinic on Instagram. Their work is fantastic. As far as I can see, no, I'm sorry for the construction, but if I stop every time this sound comes up, I won't do this video today. So bear with. Their befores and afters on their Instagram look really good. I can't see much Photoshop in there, or if any. Their fillers work is fantastic. Super subtle, the way I would want it to be done on my face if I ever do fillers. And I really wanted to tackle some issues on my face. This is going to be hard because they've been silent the whole day. It's just now. Anywho, I wanted to put myself in a financial situation in which I could go there with the frequency needed to make the treatments work, or it would be a waste of money. So to go there every 4 to 6 weeks whilst doing the treatment, and I'm finally managed to be in that situation. Again, I'm sorry I don't have any footage to show you, but it's a really sweet clinic. They have a boutique on the ground floor, and then upstairs they have the new premises. They used to be in Chiado and now they're in Liberdade Avenue, Avenida de Liberdade. The doctor who performs the facials is fantastic. She's facial treatments. It's not just spa-like facials, actual treatments. She was fantastic. She's super sweet. You know, when you go to these places, you're always, well, I don't wear Chanel. I don't wear expensive stuff. So am I going to be treated differently? And in some places, yes. But here, no, she's super sweet and you are her main focus all through the session. It's really nice. Basically, the thing I wanted to tackle now is my hyperpigmentation. Because I have, not absolutely recently, but I have recently found out that I am just anemic, a TMI. I have very heavy and long periods. My doctor decided to put me on the pill, which is something I didn't want, but yeah, we're on a trial period. And yeah, basically my acne, my hormonal acne has faded, which is the good thing of all of this. I'm left with a lot of hyperpigmentation. I still have once or twice a hormonal spot, and the maskne comes around when I wear masks for too long. But other than that, my skin has been very clear, even more than when I started to get really into skincare, because it's hormonal. So when you deal with your hormones, usually things settle down. So I really wanted to tackle, for now, while I'm doing the pill, all my hyperpigmentation. And when I was very young, I was 23 or 24, and I did the isotretinoin or Roaccutane treatments. There is a video about all my experience with that. My derm also told me to do peels, in clinic peels, very aggressive, old school, early 2000s style peels, in which they put an acid on your face and you just feel your face melting and boiling, and then you can wash it off. And that's what they did to tackle hyperpigmentation, and that worked. But I don't know if it was the Roaccutane or the peels or both, that ever since then my hyperpigmentation got really worse, and I have one spot and it stays there forever. I don't have to squeeze it, it still leaves a mark regardless. So it's a problem I've always had ever since my acne came back. And now that my skin is clear, I basically wanted to tackle that. The advised treatment, because again, I'm really good with skincare, she was really impressed. And doing facial peels with glycolic or stuff like that wouldn't do much for me because I already take care of my skin with retinoids and vitamin C and lactic acid and glycolic and all that good stuff. So she said it wouldn't be too much of a difference, but microneedling and laser would. So we're starting with microneedling because it's August and it's sunny, and I do a lot of wandering around on the streets and expose myself to sun without baking on the beach. So yeah, we decided to start cautiously and do a little bit of microneedling, which supposedly doesn't leave the skin as sensitive. I still wear SPF at all times. Don't sweat it. What is this microneedling thing? It's a little machine with lots of needles, very small needles, hence the microneedle, and it just does like this. So those needles kind of puncture your skin, and if you apply any product, they push the product into the deeper layers of your skin. That's how it works. It's one of those that I would only do in clinic. I would never do this at home with one of those thingies. I don't know what kind of pressure to apply. How many times do I go over my face until I'm damaging it? I don't know anything, and I prefer to leave that to a specialist. And then the liquid that she used on my skin, she was just squirting with a little syringe onto my face, and then when going over with the machine, the liquid she used was tranexamic acid, which I went to look it up. And it is really good for melasma type situations. It's not deeply studied, it lacks a little bit on scientific backing, but it has really good prospects. And she has seen difference on her clients, so I trust her, and I'll see what will happen from now on. Basically, that's the main part. So she goes over your skin, she squirts the liquid and goes over your skin with that machine. It hurts a little bit, but it's nothing that I couldn't deal with. It felt perfectly fine. It's like sanding your face. Around the eyes, it is quite prickly and annoying. And here, it's really hard on under the chin. It's really weird. And then she actually injected that acid on some areas where my hyperpigmentation is really deep. This side of my face, basically all of it, because I have a lot of hyperpigmentation on this side, right here under the eyes, a little bit on this side of the face, and then on my chin. And regarding the eyes, I was talking to her at the beginning of the consultation saying, I don't know if I will want or if it would help me to have a little bit of filler underneath my eyes, although it's not for today, but I would like to discuss that. And she said, let's take care of the hyperpigmentation because you have such darkness, natural darkness on your skin, that it may be causing the shadow that makes you believe you have sunken in under eyes. Most of it was on this area of my face. She was really prickling it and injecting product because I have so much hyperpigmentation on this side. Why, you ask? Because I drive ever since I was 18. Have you seen that picture of the trucker person where half of their face is completely destroyed by the sun, the other half is not as bad? I have that in a very small scale, and most people do, because this is the area that is closer to the window on my car and the sun keeps getting in. And although I do wear SPF, for a long time at the beginning of my adult life I didn't use SPF. At the time you just wore SPF if you went to the beach all day, and it was a very low SPF. Anyway, so yeah, this area of my face has plenty of hyperpigmentation. Under eyes also. This area also had a little bit because I've had acne, but not as much. And then my chin. And my chin, because the hormonal acne never stopped, it started to create scar tissue on this side. And you can see, I will do a close-up of my chin so that you can see. And it's really, it looks like it's hardened skin. And it's creating a few crevices. It's really weird. And puncturing that area, that hurt. That hurt. What about your forehead, you might ask? Well, there you go. You know, I've used Fringe ever since I was 26, so for 14 years now. I'm just letting it grow for a project at the end of the year. But I usually have Fringe, and Fringe creates shade. So I had barely any hyperpigmentation. She just went over with the machine like this. Not even 5 minutes she spent on my forehead, because it doesn't need anything, because it's protected from the sun. So if there's any kind of wear your SPF, boys and girls, this is it. No sun, and the forehead is clear. Lots of sun, my cheeks are not clear, and then hormonal shit, can't do anything about it. All the redness and irritation that I had on my face disappeared right on the next day. I didn't have anything except for a little bit of bruising underneath the eyes. The other areas that she injected have no problem, or had no aftermath. I'll try to put some pictures I took before I went into the clinic, but keep in mind that my skin didn't look as bad as it looks on those pictures in person. I think it's the iPhone trying to compensate for what it can't figure out through the lens, and it makes my skin even more blotchy than it is. It is closer to what you see, although I have a little bit of a ring light, but it's very, very faded. It's just to help the natural light and balance everything out. So it's far closer to what you see here than what it is on those pictures, but you can see where I have most of my hyperpigmentation. Right now, 4 days in or something like that, I haven't noticed much difference. I still have a little tiny bit of bruising under my eyes. Other than that, I feel kind of the same. But she said about a week to start noticing some difference, and she said that with microneedling, you notice a difference on the first treatment. So I'm really looking forward to it. If you're interested, I'll keep you updated on my treatments. Maybe more down the end of the line, I ask to film inside. I don't feel comfortable doing those things, but maybe if this has some traction, maybe I will. And of course, if they authorize it. I was super well taken care of. The procedure wasn't that expensive. I think it was around 200 euros. She was super sweet and careful, and just a precious human, which is a huge difference in experience, because every time I go to a dermatologist, I'm just bullied. And this lady is just, Dr. Anna Christina is just the sweetest, sweet heart. Sweet. So I'm just really happy and really curious to know what comes next, how my skin will perform, and if you want, I'll bring you in a journey with me. Other than that, let me know in the comments below what you want to see next from me. That would be nice. I still have to finish that Lisa Eldridge lipstick challenge, but nobody is wearing lipstick because of the mask, so I feel a bit But anyway, I will finish that challenge, and I would like to know what you want to know from me. I'm one of those people who is just like you. I'm a consumer. I try to read up on things and follow specialists, but I'm not a specialist. And I pay stuff with my own money, so I try not to make too many mistakes. And I like to share my experiences here with you and for you. So let me know what you want to know more. Click on the subscribe if you want to. Leave me a thumbs up if you'd like. And yeah, as usual, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video.